Hello and welcome to Q&A Tuesday. Today, I'm going to talk about how to overcome food fears. And of course, I'm going to be reading from my notes that I wrote up because I am not good at winging conversations on video. So, how to overcome food fears. Are you afraid that starchy carbs will make you fat? Are you afraid that you won't be able to get enough protein on a plant-based diet? Are you afraid that sugar and oil will make you sick? Don't worry, you're not alone. These are very common food fears and are a direct result of the multi-billion-dollar diet industry. I fell for it too, multiple times. When I was in my 20s, I counted every single calorie I put in my body. I only let myself eat 300 calories at a time, and I would force myself to wait 3 hours between meals. I also exercised 2 hours a day. And guess what? I looked freaking fantastic. I lost so much weight, and everyone commented on how skinny I looked. And I was crazy fit. But I was also the most miserable I had ever been in my life. I had sucked all the joy out of my life and my food. I couldn't go out and have fun with friends because that always involved food, and God forbid I go over my calorie quota for the day. I was anxious, tired, and sore all the time. Eventually, I started binging uncontrollably. At the time, I thought there was something wrong with me. I thought that I was binging because I had no self-control. Now I know it's because I was literally starving my body. 2 things saved me: veganism and journaling. With veganism, I was forced to face some of my fears of gaining weight, and I finally had a reason to give up highly fattening and addicting meat and dairy. A reason that was more than just about my weight. A reason that was about love and compassion and respect. My husband helped me stay accountable to my vegan diet. And journaling helped me face those fears and change the way I thought about myself and my self-worth. But then my 30s came, and with it, 4 pregnancies. My body changed so much with each pregnancy, and a lot of those fears, those food fears and self-worth fears, came back. And during this time that I was having babies and gaining weight, the plant-based diet was exploding in the diet industry, and so was the keto diet. All of a sudden, I started hearing about how we need to eat more fat and protein and less carbs if we want to lose weight, be skinny, and be healthy. And of course, I fell for it. With every pregnancy, I gained about 20 pounds that I just couldn't lose. I found myself trying to restrict my carbs, only I couldn't do it. It was too hard, and I would always end up failing. And then that self-sabotaging negative voice would come back, berating me. "You have no self-control," it would say. "You're disgusting and fat," it would say. And in response, I would find myself doing what I used to do to deal with this annoying little voice in my head. Stuffing it down with processed shit. And guess what? I gained weight. Luckily, I had been through this rodeo before, and I knew what to do. I started journaling again, and I realized a couple things. 1, as a nursing mom, I was burning extra calories making milk, so I needed lots of carbs in my diet. Number 2, my nursing body liked to hold on to that extra weight as insurance in case I stopped eating, so that it could use the fat to continue to make milk if it needed to. And once again, I had to face my fears, and guess what happened? I started adding back carbs and focusing on eating whole foods in a balanced way and accepting my body for the stage it was in. And I stopped gaining weight. And slowly but surely, I started losing weight again. With all 4 of my pregnancies, I lost all the weight after and only after I stopped breastfeeding. Here's the truth you need to know about food. I went ahead and put it all in a presentation so that not only do you get to hear it, but you can read it as well so that you can really internalize these new food rules that I have come to find really helpful. Let me share my screen. Okay. Here is my little presentation for you. Okay, how to open. So these are what I call the plant-style playground food principles. Carbs, fats, and proteins are macronutrients, and they are all important in a healthy diet. Cutting out any macronutrient from your diet is not healthy. Healthy carbs include potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, whole grain bread, pasta, whole grain tortillas, corn tortillas. Healthy carbs contain fiber, which is another essential nutrient that you need, and one that 90% of Americans are deficient in. So it's not protein that we need to worry about, it's fiber. Protein is a building block of life. That means it's in all the foods that we eat, including fruits, vegetables, and starchy foods, because you have to remember that these foods, they are alive. They grow. They need water and nutrients. They can die. They are alive. They just don't feel pain. If you want to get enough protein, all you need to do is eat enough calories. If you are no longer growing, you no longer need as much protein. Just 10 to 20% of your calories come from protein. Coming from protein is enough. The 2 exceptions of this are kids who are growing need more protein, and professional athletes need more protein. If you are neither of those, then you just need 10 to 20% of your calories coming from protein. You don't need to measure this, okay? Instead, eating a diet rich in beans, whole grain breads, pastas, nuts and seeds, and dark leafy vegetables will provide you more than enough protein. Oil, sugar, meat, and dairy are all highly processed and highly addictive foods. However, that does not mean they should be avoided. It just means they need to be eaten mindfully. Fruits and starchy carbs are a better way to get sugar. Nuts, seeds, and avocado are a better way to get fat. Protein and carbs contain 4 calories per gram. Fat contains 9 calories per gram. Fat has over twice the amount of calories per gram as carbs. This is important for 2 reasons. Anytime you want to lose weight or gain weight. Most people who come to a plant-based diet come because they want to lose weight, okay? And so here is how to lose weight in a plant-confident way instead of a fearful way, okay? So if you need to lose weight, you need to basically consume less calories than you burn, okay? That is all you need to do, okay? Just consume less calories than you burn. There's 2 ways to do this, okay? So you can do this, you can consume less calories than you burn by counting macros, counting calories, and measuring your food. This is how the keto diet works, okay? They're all about high fat, but they're also all about counting macros, calories, and measuring your food. If you just eat as much high fat foods as you want, you'll gain weight, okay? Or you can do it this way, and this is the plant confident way of losing weight. Consume an unlimited amount of high fiber, high water fruits and veggies every time you're hungry. Eat fruits and veggies in between meals, in the morning, late at night, whenever you want. Fill up with starches and healthy fats at mealtime, okay? During your meals, always include a starch and a healthy fat. And save your oil, sugar, meat, and dairy for special occasions, okay? When you're losing weight, you want to keep these foods more to special occasions because these foods are highly addictive, high in calories, and easy to overeat. Now it's action time. Now it's your turn, okay? Are you ready to face your fears about food? You have two options, okay? You can use the self-coaching method, okay? In this method, you want to write down all your food fears in a journal, okay? Find a quiet space, spend at least 10 minutes doing this. Really, really focus on your thoughts. What are you telling yourself, okay? What fears do you have surrounding food? Write them all down. No judgment, just write them all down. Then go through and ask yourself for each one these three questions. Number one, is it true? Number two, does this align with the principles that Katie just laid out for me about food? Okay? Now, if you want, let me know. I'd be happy to write down all those food principles into a little cheat sheet for you guys. Let me know if that'd be helpful, and I will do that for you. What do I need? So the third question is, what do I need to do to conquer this fear and start eating from a place of joy again? Okay, so that's the first way to overcome your fears, the self-coaching method, okay? The second way is, if you haven't yet, book a free 30-minute call with me, and we can face those fears together, okay? Now, I have a scheduler here at www.katiebarlow.as.me, and you can book a call through there, or feel free to just send me a Facebook message, and we can find a time that works for both of us. All right, and also, as always, feel free to leave a comment on this video. Please let me know how this video has helped you, or if you have any questions or anything was confusing. All right, bye.